Dazzle.
Puck.
Dire team pick.
Welcome back, everybody, here to the D2CL coverage. We're here for game number 4 of our semi-final matchup. Na'Vi going up against Alliance. And while it looked like Na'Vi after game number 2 would have a steamroll through game number 3, but Alliance has something to say about that. Actually firing up the steam themselves. Going into game number 4 now. Well, let's just get straight into it, peoples. And I can welcome in my co-caster for this evening. It is Luminous. Welcome back, man. Game number 4. We hit it. It's not a straight wipe.
I think my Leprechaun luck has been running dry a bit though, because the last 2 games has been, I don't want to say it, well, game 2 was definitely a stomp. The last game, it seems like Navi's strategy never really came to fruition. It was Dendi always getting shut down, and we're going to see the exact same matchup again. Puck for S4, Dendi getting his Shadow Fiend. Let's hope we don't get the 1-1-1 3 region build coming out from Dendi this time.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more focus coming out from his Invoker in the middle lane. But it's still going to be fun to watch that matchup. Invoker versus Puck, round 2 fight. But with the Dazzle also coming in from Alliance now, they're the ones who have the extra bit of a safety net. I am still interested to see where's the extra controller coming out from Na'Vi. And I was about to say also, like, where's the stuns for our games? There's something we'll be missing a lot throughout the matches, but now we get Bane and Dazzle. I'm surprised, so they're confident enough to pick up the Bane while Rubik is still on the field.
And Kuro's Rubik to be at that.
Yeah. There's no way a Fiend script will go unpunished. It's the best way to talk about it right now. Because you got Doom, you got Invoker who can have a long-range Tornado EMP. There's a lot of things that could go horribly wrong right now, but this kind of feels weird though to have both a Dazzle as well as Bane. It's very high levels of control. I don't know if like if this is meant to be like a Faceless Void or an anti-mage game coming out from them.
I think it's always very dangerous to go for like a 1 or 2 core, completely 1 or 2 core against a Doom, simply for the reason of, hey, I have a farm Faceless Void and he gets Doomed, and suddenly it's like, oh well, you know, where's all my gold going to? And we're gonna see a Shadow Shaman, so it's not gonna be that Rubik for Kuroki.
No. A little bit surprised about that, but at the same time, Rubik could find himself being very much shut down by the Puck. After the last game of S4, I'm pretty sure Na'Vi are going to give it a little bit more respect. This is probably just going to be a little bit safer as far as the... I was about to say, as far as Na'Vi goes, they can just hold back and farm up inside that jungle, like get a Crystal Maiden and a Shadow Shaman and just farm up there. But with the Bounty Hunter now on the field, that plan kind of like falls on its ass.
Yeah, I think with the Shadow Shaman pickup, it's giving a lot more respect to Puck. Because if you have a Rubik, right, let's say if S4 miss-micro something, he puts himself in a little bit of harm's way. You can't really punish it too much with the Puck. Maybe you could lift him up. But if you don't kill them in the duration of that lift, then, you know, things go well for Puck again. For Shadow Shaman, if a Puck ever missteps, you're looking at Hex, you're looking at Shackle. These are 2 very long duration spells, so S4 is going to be on his toe a lot more this game, and he's going to have a very tough time, because you know once Kuroki gets his blink, his eyes is set on Puck. He's going to blink in, he's going to look to get the Hex off.
Yeah, time and time again it's going to be him, but at the same time, is that really going to work? Like, if Puck has even a slight amount of support beside him, like Shallow Grave or Nightmare will make sure that Alliance can just have Na'Vi bouncing around from hero to hero. They don't set the targets in this game.
That's also true. And the other thing that Na'Vi has to worry about is because Bounty Hunter's drafted, it's going to tax on the supports in terms of income. Like, you have to shell out gold for the Sentry and Dust, whether you like it or not. So that Blink Dagger that I keep talking about how important it is for Shadow Shaman, well, it's more important to stay alive and keep vision up for the team. So that's another thing that Na'Vi has to worry about. But the thing that's going for them so far in the draft is Alliance is going for a 1 core. I mean, yeah, Puck and then Bounty are your semi-carries, but all of the damage essentially is coming from this one last carry. So when you have the Doom in this particular instance and in the way that how the draft is working out, I think Na'Vi is happy about that at least.
Yeah. I'm actually really wondering what Na'Vi's last pickup's going to be now. Because...
You mean for Alliance or for Na'Vi?
For Na'Vi. Because I'm talking about the last pickup in the second phase.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not quite sure if they're thinking about like Ancient Apparition or something like this. Something. They actually
Oh.
still going to go with a Rubik here. I think it's just too good to pass up. At the end of the day, it's just too good to pass up in
That's
such a matchup. You get tracks, you get coils, you get orbs, you get shallow grades, you get weeds, you get heals, you get nightmares, brain sense, fiend scripts. It's a Rubik delight fest right now for Na'Vi. They couldn't pass it up. I was wondering though if it was going to be the Ancient Apparition because time and time again, you've seen like the major core strat fall on its ass with just Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast after Ice Blast after Ice Blast, shut down the space. And yeah, someone like a Luna now, yeah, they're just saying Luna and Doombringer would have been great for Alliance because they can just sit back and farm. But I think Alliance now need to force this. If they hold back and try and wait this game out, I'm just seeing them getting massively controlled in the later portions. And
Slot pickers.
there's your aggro, man. There's your early game aggro that let them win this game early.
I'm not sure what's your opinion on like a one-row Slark. I just feel he always have difficulty doing enough. With that said, the supports being drafted on Na'Vi, when you press your ultimate on Slark, there's nothing they can do. You don't have like an AoE stun. I guess if you want to really go deep, I guess Rubik could lift up something and drop it in the ground and stun Slark. But that's really hard. So I think it's going to be up to Dendi for his Deafling Blast and Tornadoes. That's the only thing that could really affect that Slark when he has in his ultimate.
I'm more surprised to pick up a Slack when you got a Doombringer on the field. It's just like, what the hey? Like, one more silencing hero. Puppy, you're out of time. Gyrocopter. This is now going to fun Doombringer then. And what is the makings of a tri-lane? Shadow Shaman, Rubik, and Gyrocopter together, they pump out a lot of DPS at the start. Now, I know I said like Dazzle and Bane allow you to basically ping-pong around different heroes because they control who you attack. But in this matchup, if they grab the Bane, dead. Dazzle, almost dead. And then they can leave Funnick to do what Funnick does best. Sit on the safe lane, top lane, coming up against Admiral Bulldog, maybe give him next to the tangos for the early harassment, but he could just dominate from there.
Last game though, Alliance threw their doom to the wolves, and he didn't have a good time early on, but after his tier 1 tower went down, he was able to farm like a 4-staff, right?
Yeah, but it's because there was the presence that like you never saw the push come into the tier 2 tower. There was never like a big push. Like if you had a Pugna, tier 2 tower be gone, tier 3 tower can be assaulted, like that kind of stuff. That never happened. That's why Doombringer found the space.
All right. It seems like Na'Vi, the way that they're itemized, if you look at Puppy, he's got that dust. So I think they're actually thinking about laning against the Bounty Hunter. So I think Funnick is going to be in that position of, hey guys, I'm going to be off lane, trying to get something going. But
What? See, just that, man. Just that. Kuro knows it. Kuro knows it, and EGM knows it. You wait for the engagement when Kuro and EGM basically play, what's that thing? It's a maypole. And they just keep going around the pole with their streamers and try and trap up everyone in the middle, but they never actually cast their ultimates at any point.
I think it's much more detrimental for Alliance to not cast a Fiend Script than Kuroki to... I mean, Kuroki still has telekinesis and Fable, right? So.
Yeah, he'll be removing that damage. He'll be looking for the control with a follow-up stun.
Yeah.
But once he has Blink Dagger, I'm almost considering this Bane useless. Because he's going to give, like, it's... what was the match? I think it was again like the Empire versus Fnatic match, and we had Rubik up against Doom, and it was actually better for Doombringer not to cast his ultimate because he was giving it away every single time. It was impossible. It was better to not use abilities when you have a Rubik on the field. And now you've just got an Invis Rune coming in for Kuro. That was spotted out, however. Let's just look at the defensive wards from Alliance. I say defensive. It's for the aggro tri-lane. But they're watching this top lane so closely. And RK and EGM, they're trying to pull a VP here. Hide in the tree line and then come out to gank.
It looks like they... I'm not sure if that's actually going to work out here. The Invis Rune is running its course for Kuroki. I mean, as soon as they see the Slark, they should realize the rest of Trialing is here, because you're not going to Trialing.
Here comes EGM. Nightmare setup, which means they don't really have the damage for this one, and Telekinesis that gets a follow-up double stun over on Arc and EGM. The Tether was actually holding the Voss there a little bit longer than he wanted to, and Kuro will actually open up a space, and then we go for another Rocket Barrage Loader. 74 life points. EGM's going in deeper. Vods doesn't get denied for the neutrals, but he does go down nonetheless. And Kuro, he took a double heal there from RK into the tree line. He's going to try and deny himself up for the trolls as well. This time, though, RK makes sure the kill will be there. The Forces return to the engagement, but he doesn't have any extra points. If you have Flat Cannon, maybe there'll be a point for it. But double kill comes in the way for Dazzle. We're going to see some very early Arcane Boots on top.
This is as worse as they could go for Navi's Trilane. I mean, Navi could have just ran, right? The Trilane disengaged for a bit, and Havos was like healing back up. He could have just ran back to tower. All right, I have to tango up once or twice. I'll take my licking. And
they thought they had the choke point, and they kind of did too. Like Lotus still went down to 70 life points. It looked like there was potential for kills.
The problem for Rocket Barrage is like you can't really control who takes what rocket. It's unfortunate. It's random RNG, and it just didn't go in Loda.
Yeah. And that was the reason too why EGM came in, and like when the double heal also support, what was one hero kill turned into two. You're seeing Kuro. Like Kuro actually got not a single point of experience from this top lane so far, just because of the way it all went down. They've actually got 2 level 2s on this top lane, and then it's 0-0.
Yeah, meanwhile, I mean, in a Trilane versus Trilane situation like this, normally you say, all right, we abandon Trilane, we switch, but there's no plan B for Navi. Like, they're just stuck here. You're not going to send your support to the bot lane. Because Doom in this matchup, I imagine Bounty Hunter is going to get the advantage thanks to Janata. You can see that Bulldog's actually leveling up Janata to that second point. But, I mean, the two is going to just trade farm.
Yeah. This bottom lane for Navi is just making sure Funnick still gets his Devour off, because gold-wise, Funnick will win out on this. As far as level 6 potential to kill, Funnick has better potential for that one. He's always got to look for the rotation. Speaking of which, well, it wasn't even a rotation. It's just Nightmare. Oh, Kuro! He got him mid-jump, so Puppey can at least get one shock off, but it's a 3-way heal with the Dark Pack level 1. So Puppey will die up here on the top lane. But Funnick, yeah, it's just a trade-off, man. It's a trade-off. They've both got poor man shields. They both don't really care about the direct harassment. It's just who can battle for more CS, and then let the mid lanes do their thing until they're ready to rotate. And so far in the middle lane, Denny's actually having a lot better time than before.
Yeah, I'm just worried about the top lane. The level discrepancy is just insane. Puppey is hitting level 3. Kuroki's, by the way, 1.
Yeah.
On the other side, EGM's 3. Ake is 3. They're hitting 4, by the way, soon. So any tri-lane engagement is going to just mean that the Navi supports are casting 1 spells, and the Alliance supports are casting 2 to 3.
Yeah. Well, the fact you didn't even have Feybolt on this top lane. You don't even have the negative damage coming out to help him. The telekinesis is still working overtime, and Shock, a Puppey, he came in close, but telekinesis pick up with the shackles. Rocket Barrage, EGM, that brain set working overtime. Puppey on 140 life points, but they turn on the flag cannon, and now Navi turn up the heat. And the 2 supports die on the top lane.
That's the power at the Shock. I think Puppey turned level 3 in that engagement, turned around, gave him the beams. And they hit on like 3 heroes. That was like the most beautiful Aftershock RNG I've ever seen.
Funnick might also get a kill on this bottom lane. No, he's okay. So in the space of saying, hey, Alliance, they're getting like double kill, get first wipe on the top lane, they're looking great. They get zoned out of the top. Is there going to be S4, you greedy, greedy, greedy man. Dendi doesn't have any other abilities left. He's going to get some free harassment out. But yeah, but then they look down towards the bottom lane, and Funnick's just winning this hands down. Bounty Hunter can't stay in the lane anymore, and he knows Doombringer is level 6 is rapidly approaching. But what's he going to do, harass him down? This guy's got the Satyr Aura. He's healing up, and he's got 3 points in Scorched Earth.
Yeah, I think that 1 creep, the Unholy Aura, it's really allowing him to slowly out-attrition Funnick, because you're looking at a free Ring of Regeneration, and Bulldog has to get his bottle.
Yep. Which means he's also taking time out from this Kuro, which needs to send more things up to the top lane. And EGM, Nightmare, I don't know if they're really going to attempt this, because Kuro is still here. And in fact, he takes the Nightmare into the safety of his own tier 1 tower. But you also notice too then the Puppey is missing. And he TP's bottom. So they're already looking for a rotation out, and they want this kill on Admiral Bulldog. Now, this is not easy, especially considering there's no reveal. Actually, no, they got the dust on Funnick. They got the dust on Funnick, and now the dust will go. So Shackle's out. There's no Doom available. You are right about this one, but you see the Shock really hitting in, and Arcade's come in. Shallow graves him up. So it's a good rotation. They force the extra TP coming from the top lane. And this buys space for a Vost, and really shuts down the movement area of LOTA, and they even go Rocket Barrage. Vost, no.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is, even if he had that shockwave from
Mid lane, Dream Coil, Dendi, quick tornado. He doesn't have anything else available though. Like, he can go into Quas and try and survive as long as possible, but he's tracked up, so he can't invis run away. But as I said, he had no mana anyway to invoke it.
And not only was it a kill, it was a track kill for Admiral Bulldog. So he is already abandoning that lane. You can see that immediately we're going to see probably LOTA just rotate to the bot lane and start farming. But the big difference in terms of this particular draft, LOTA cannot just AFK farm. His hero he needs to do a lot in the mid game.
Well, you just said he can rotate bottom lane. I don't think he can, man.
Yeah, I take that back.
Yeah, because you're up against a Doombringer. Like, you try and initiate. The only upside right now he could have for that bottom lane is the fact that you don't have any mana on the Doombringer. Like, that's his only upside. But to fight one-on-one with the Doombringer, he can't bring him down right now. And Doombringer, in fact, can just turn around and hit him even harder. Yeah,
not only for the fact that you can lane against the Doom, I think his role in this game is supposed to be the one that's creating the chaos, and he needs that level 6. So if we find out on the top lane, which by the way, there is a Sentry Ward, so they saw Admiral Bulldog coming in. Navi's aware of this. I say that though, they saw him as well. Admiral Bulldog just run into tower range. Yeah,
I think Vods did a good job not to attack him just then, because that would have completely revealed it out. But Admiral Bulldog may know this. But you're talking about getting level 6 up on LOTA with 2 heroes, 1 extra core and a support hero up on the top lane. They're not finding the space to do that. There's too much leeching going on.
Yeah.
But Admiral Bulldog's got no other choice, and LOTA's got no other choice either. And what do we got? Okay, Funnick is now going for a different creep. He's not taking any damage, so hey, why not go jungle and pick up some frost armor?
Why not? Just tank up. I mean, his job is just to be annoyance here. Push the wave a little bit, make sure that Alliance is keeping themselves honest, force a TP back here and there.
EGM.
Like I said,
EGM! What are you doing, man? He's cut a tree part off, but remember that Rocket Branch still goes through Nightmare. They Nightmare, in fact, over on Kuro, and that's why he's locked in position. Quick fade bot, and they jump in. But there's 5 heroes from Alliance up on this top lane to kill off a Rubik. Track kill or not, it's still like...
Yo, that's 50 gold for everybody, though.
Yeah, so you get a bonus 200 gold for your allies, as well as obviously the one for yourself. But you still got a Doombringer devouring farming on the bottom lane. You've got Invoker, who was also finding his levels, but actually now Denny's wasting a little bit more of his own time. They're coming bottom lane. They want to gank this and take the tier 1 tower. They've had enough.
As bad as a 4-man
EGM, Fiend's Grip is up. TP support's on the way, but it's going to be too late. In fact, just cancel the TP. Let a Vorce die, and they'll try and get a kill on bottom lane. So Tornado is up. Funnick, he's got no Doom, but they have the Hex from Puppy in that shock. Damn. This is why I was actually playing a game of, I hate to actually refer to it, but ability draft. But Meepo,
Radiant structures
I'll eat the shock with Meepo ulti. It is ridiculous how much damage that Ether Shock is capable of doing.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, it's one of the highest damaging spell in the game. Not ultimate wise.
Is it actually, as far as like, okay, Nahaz, here's your challenge for our own trivia for you. What is the highest damaging ability, magical damage ability?
Non-ultimate or ultimate?
Not ultimate. Not ultimate. Diabolic Edict hands down?
1600. I can't think of another thing that is more.
But really? Nahaz, did you actually look that one up?
What do you mean?
He just said Elder Titan's Astral Spirit.
Is it?
No, it can't be. It can't be. The Astral Spirit doesn't do that much damage.
I mean, I think Rocket Barrage does a lot too, but the number in my head is it's Diabolic Edict, the 1600. Obviously, that's composite, so it's reduced by a lot of stuff. Yeah. Anyways, Puppy's about to die.
Yeah. He's going to hex up Admiral Bulldog and try and run away, but with track movement speed bonus, there's not much chance. And, well, Funnick was coming in to help him out. And Puppy, well, he threw everything he had to the last effort. But there's a lot of support coming in for Na'Vi. Dendi, he's on his way down. Already triggered off the phase boots. Tornado and Cold Snap is available for him right now. And he managed to pick up RK. Phase shifted out by S4, so he'll manage to evade that. But the Dire Observer Ward also noticed that LOTA was rotating down. And they just used a TP. That was, EGM just used a TP and then cancelled it, realizing that Na'Vi were already falling back. With Kuro with a haste rune too, now support was coming in quick for Na'Vi.
I think the pacing of the game is really favoring what the Alliance draft is looking to do. They're not looking to take team fights. They're not looking to push. All they want to do is take those random jungle fights where you find a random support, you track him up, you get a kill, and you move on. That's why you pick Slark. That's why you pick the Bounty Hunter. And so far, they're accomplishing the game plan perfectly. Alliance is rotating into the enemy jungle, being led by Emerald Bulldog.
Well,
and they see Kuro. Kuro's dead. Another track kill.
And first damage it down, why don't you? But Funnick is coming in, the tornado. Admiral Bulldog's got no choice but to walk through that now. He managed to get his invis off at least, and there's no detection this time around for Funnick. And supports come in. S4, they want to try and turn on this one. They know Dendi and Funnick were basically overextending themselves. We got Loda coming up the river, and the extra TP came in from Arke towards the top. Everyone's got to back the crap up for Na'Vi right now, or else they're going to lose multiple heroes. But then again, Kuro's coming in too, and Alliance will back up.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing for Na'Vi is they don't really have a good hero to rat. Like, if you have a Nature's Prophet, for example, right now, you TP to the bot lane and just farm and push, and you force, Alliance to play that farming game along with you. Because Na'Vi don't have that type of hero, they just don't have the ability to split open the map, and they need to, because the more you group up like this, you get tracked up, you're constantly in vision, you don't get the experience that you need. I'm very worried for Na'Vi in the next 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, and it definitely doesn't look too fantastic for him. But at the same time, though, we're not seeing a Gimped Tomb, and we're not seeing a Gimped Gyro. And these are two big heroes that, like, their transitions to mid-game, it's going to be big. Like, they're just going to be these tanky guys that dish out so much damage that no one really wants to come close. You're going to lose heroes like Puck and Bane and Dazzle very quickly through this like, high-level flat cannon. But that's only when a Vods is able to find himself some damage. And right now, he's just struggling to finish up drums and treads. Or phase boots, for example. We have ourselves another brown boot.
Similarly, if you look at Dendi, he's going to be going for what you know best, the Force Staff.
Finally, we get to go back to that. No more BKB Invoker yet.
But he's also very unfarmed in that matter, right? He will just finish the Force Staff maybe in 2-3 minutes, and this is giving Alliance time to do a lot of stuff. Again, Alliance doesn't have a lineup that pushes. Like, you can see how dominant they are. They have so much map control. They have 5 kills over Na'Vi, but they just have that one tower. They actually just don't push well.
Funnick out way too far. Fiend scripted up. His armor's making this a little bit harder for Alliance to get through him, but with that kill, they can focus on the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. Dendi and Puppy are trying to push the middle. They do have Mass Serpent wards available, so if Puppy wants to try and force this, maybe they can with a quick shock to S4. He's also got 9-1 charges from these last engagements. So I don't think there's any major problems right now for Alliance. They should be able to take this tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. They're even rotating Loader in through the back to see if they can find extra pick off someone that might get a little overconfident and try and defend that bottom tower. But I still don't want to count out Havost. Like, this damage from him, man. Like, I'm pretty sure you've cast as many Divine Rapier games on Gyro as I have. And that's something Na'Vi do have. They have great turtle heroes.
Dendi.
Now Tornado. Yeah, Lowe's better jump in through the rear of this one. And the Doom is over on EGM, so there's no Nightmare available. The track is up, but Loda, he's on Kuro. And Kuro, well, he's got ultimate stealing capabilities, but when that Dream Coil comes in from S4, catching almost all of Na'Vi, even under the tower, the shackles are there, the cooldown as well. They move in deep, but the track is still there, so EGM's got the high movement speed. He goes for the brain step on the Force, into the Rocket Barrage. Lotus taking large portion of the damage, but Shuritos, another track kill going the way here of Alliance, and they put up a fresh one on Dendi. EGM, one more attack will get the kill out here. Shadow Shaman will claim before Dendi's one was able to connect. But 11-5 now on the board, and RK doesn't care, he's farming up mid.
If you are Alliance, you are absolutely
fine.
Loda! We have Loda jumping to the low ground. The track's on him right now, so no more Ghost Walk. But Cold Snap's coming in. Loda says, I want to jump back down. The Shackle comes right in time.
Boom!
And Funnick, nicely done.
Get the horns.
Now that's perfect.
Say, Alliance is fine for those trades because they didn't lose any towers. They killed Pavos. They were able to get track kills here and there, but with Loda jumping down like that and giving away his life, not too good.
Yeah, I think Loda really felt he had more damage than that. Like, that had to be the only scenario right now, because his supports were nearby, but having the Doombringer also come in at that last moment, because Loda, if Doombringer wasn't still around, he would have been able to just pounce himself back up to the high ground, and he would have got away.
Yeah.
So when the Doombringer came in like that, there was no hope for him, and he knew it. He knew it. He knew he overextended at that point. But you see what he's also rushing up as far as his first item? Mr. Point Booster, we're going in for an early Skadi. from the Slark. Before, yeah, you finish up treads, but there's no Vanguard, there's nothing else just to help them get through the Dark Pack. Nice little thing for Kuro to steal.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, I have Scotty basically says, if I'm going to find somebody, I'm going to just stick on that person and just right-click him down to depth. I don't care about anything that's hitting me. It gives him more tank ability as well, which is nice. But there's a lot of control to go through, right? There's a Doom, there's a Hex, there's a Shackle, there's a Lift, there's a Tornado, so kind of bulldozing away in is a little bit suspect. But we'll see if he's going to make it, work.
S4's come mid. 5-man smoke with a Blink Dagger freshly up. They're searching for Dendi. And all they're going to find is Kuro. Or are they? No, they go jungle.
Tower is under attack.
And
You're gonna find
Funnick,
3-4 people.
oh, Puppy's going to be the first one to die. He revealed it off. They're backing up. They're backing up. Loader got revealed quickly, and the Dream Coil. The Blink goes in on 2. Puppy throws down the Mass Serpent, was trying to at least add a little of extra oomph behind the line. But Gyro picked off very, very quickly. Downside about going the hand of Mars, he didn't really have enough life points to survive that. I think even if he did go the Oak Club, he still wouldn't have had enough life points to survive that.
I mean, you keep saying about the Divine Rapier for Havos. I just want him to get treads. Like, we're 17 minutes in, and he's... To be fair to Havos, like, it's a very tough game. Offensive tri-lane, they gave away 2 kills early on. They had a little bit of recovery, but he just doesn't have room to farm this game.
Well, he doesn't have it yet, man. Luckily for him, his supports are at least coming online. Like, having the Mass Serpent wards and Kuro's steal abilities are great. Once Kuro has this Blink Dagger, he technically needs Arcane Boots first, because he doesn't have the mana to keep using all these damn abilities. Even though Blink obviously doesn't cost anything anymore, you still need it when you're stealing everything. But the fact that Dendi is almost about to crack level 11, like 4-staff and Phase Boots, it's enough for him. Like, he's able to make a lot of space. Doombringer is still also very farmed up. Like, Hand of Midas, Phase Boots, Mech, fully done for the team. Gyro just needs some space inside of his own jungle, keep that Midas ticking over, and then he'll build into the later game items. The only thing which Na'Vi really have to keep our eyes open for is just these smoke ganks that Alliance keep doing. Like, they made the most out of the Blink Dagger reveal. Now, Loader may go down a bottom lane too. That's the orb from Kuro coming out. He didn't actually jaunt to it. So Loader's just forced out the bottom lane with the Doom instead.
Yeah, he's fine.
I'm just seeing the lack of rotation from the lack of transition. Sorry, coming out from Alliance. I'm not seeing their mid game really looking that amazing.
Yeah, and that goes back to Alina, right? Again, they don't push well despite having so many kills, and Navi's Hand of Midases, the 2 of them, seems very greedy. Well, there's going to be a fight happening soon.
Yeah, it was all spotted. Puck will jump in, but Dendi Tornado actually managed to pick up Loader as well. They forced him up, but Admiral Bulldog's there with Dagon and Shuritos awaiting him. And a Force, flag cannon damage. Funnick, though, he's actually, well, what? He's held in position by the Fiend's grip. A Force managed to live through this. Funnick's mech really did the job as it came back up again. Now the War Trap is over on EGM. He's able to brain step up. It's a double kill for S4. He's about to pick up Kuro with the tree lines. Triple kill for him and Funnick. He's trying to run after him. Level dead. There's still not enough damage to Mass Serpent wards from Kuro. They'll focus down, at least bring down the puck finally, but now they lose their entire team in that middle lane fight, and they knew it was coming. Like, the pings were out saying they're coming up this way, but still they fight and still they die.
Look, Admiral Bulldog is just being the Oprah of Alliance right now. Here's some Traco for you. Here's some Traco for you. Here's some Traco for, like, I'm opening up this goal graph and I'm surprised they're not. Look at the jump.
Okay, that's a drastic change.
Yeah. So I was just about to say these Hand of Midases are keeping them in game. I'll bet greedy, but the goal graph was looking even. But not when you drop a 5-man kill like that. 5-man track team fight. So Na'Vi need to readjust. They cannot take any fights anymore, especially with the Dagon coming out of the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
Like, you get close to anything, you're dead. And it's being upgraded. Holy crap. We might be going to a game 5, guys.
Right now, if this momentum keeps going this way, yes, we will. Yes, we will. Like, Loader is now 1,000 gold away from finishing up. Now he's 1,000 gold away from finishing up his Skadi too. You start adding in higher stat points over on Loader, you still don't have your damage healing item coming out from a Vost. You notice he stood in the middle of the fight, left the entire flat cannon, and basically nothing was done. Na'Vi thought they had an opening when the ward trap came down from Puppy. And when that managed to trap up the Bane, you thought for a moment that would be enough. If they just lost a Vost, they've just lost a Vost. Track gold for the 2 heroes feeds everything else. Yeah.
I think this is the last hurrah for Na'Vi, as I saw Puppey just spot up a gem. If this gem could do a lot for him, aka kill either S4, kill either Emerald Bulldog, and they get like a tier 1 or tier 2 out of this, then this is the beginning of a comeback.
Yeah.
Conversely, if Puppey gets blinked on and gets Dagon down, and they lose the gem, I think that's a nail in the coffin. Maybe a little bit early to call it, but we are walking on very thin ice for Na'Vi.
Yeah, it's really not looking great as far as Na'Vi go. And maybe they are going to go, like, I'm seeing the movement coming towards Roshan. They could go for the only thing that can really get them back inside this game. Quick Roshan with Mass Serpent Wards, and then into the Aegis team model with maybe a fight that can be balanced. I'm not saying in their favor, I'm saying balanced.
Yeah, and that's actually a fairly good choice, because you know Dreamcoil is down because he used it against Havos earlier on in the fight. And aside from that, there's no really like big AoE crowd control in the Roshan pit. Whereas you have the Serpent Ward, you have the Tornado, so you have to call down. So that's actually a fairly good choice to go for. And we'll see if that's what they're thinking about. Funix also got the mech, which is going to give them much more in these fights.
Yeah, that's what allowed them to stay alive as long as they did in the middle lane. There was actually a moment right then too in the middle lane fight when Na'Vi could have actually pulled out. There was that moment under the tower when the mech went off, but they turned to try and fight even harder. Like, that was that moment, but in they come. So Dendi, Mass Serpent Wards will go down, but Admiral Bulldog is already here. And if he gets a track off on one of these heroes inside the pit, then Alliance have all the intel they need. And then Weave from... Look at the range of that bloody thing. And out they go.
I just want to say, Weave is like, hey man, you want to do Roshan? I'm going to just Weave from a mile away, but they're going to just do the big wraparound. Are they looking for S4?
Yeah, they want S4, man. They smoke up, they come through the rear, and S4 just used the orb as well. Now, because the Mass Serpent Wards are there, they still have the extra reveal, and S4 phase shifts quickly. Dream Call to go on only Kuro alone, and he got doomed up. So S4's basically out of this fight for now, but Loda back in the engagement. Admiral Bulldog is being kept alive with a Shallow Grave, and they just turn the damage to Kuro, but he stole Shallow Grave and keeps himself alive for now. But Dendi, there's just too much fun in the hands of Alliance. The blink up from EGM gets the kill, and Puppey, well, who does he want right now? The Weave goes again. They're battling up against the armor. Puppey is caught inside again, another leash. They drop the gem, and they'll drop the rest of their heroes. The fourth Admiral Bulldog almost wins the man fight with the Dagon. Funix is on the front lines here. He actually had himself a mech charge right there too, which probably could have helped out of Voss, but now Loda. That level death really hit hard. Okay, said help, but out, and I actually kind of thought that fight was over and that Na'Vi would call GG, but the fact that Voss and Funix remain alive, they stay fighting.
I don't know how to read that team fight. That was a really clowny team fight because Funix, like you pointed out, had the mech throughout the whole fight. I mean, question marks all over the place, but hey, it worked out just fine. I think the clutch thing was they were able to get Doom off against S4, and perhaps S4 panic ulted and just only got one. And the rest went pretty all right for Na'Vi. That's the one fight where they didn't just kneel over and die. But here comes the Roshan. I don't think Alliance could actually take this. They really don't have any damage.
Alliance shouldn't take this either.
They do have a medallion courage though, for what it's worth.
They've got to be so quick to do this. They'd be so quick to do this. If they get caught in a call down with Mass Serpent Wards blocking the exit to the pit, then they could find themselves dead, but they're not moving in yet.
Voss is top lane.
Yeah, they're not ready to fight. This Roshan's Alliances, man. They can't contest it. They can see it coming from a mile away. The Weave will go, so they've even got the extra armor when the fight's going to hit a peak. And Roshan, 600 life points, 300, 200, 0. Slark has an Aegis Immortal and a Skadi. Good luck.
And a gem.
And Puppey's gem. Yep. And they throw down Sentry Ward, so they're attempting to remove the Observer Ward in the middle lane. It's not going to work either. They'll actually just lose their own Sentry Ward. And Voss is still not back to fight. Because he was trying to finish with the BKB. He still doesn't have boots. He still doesn't, he doesn't have treads. He's still got basic boots.
Ooh!
Good steal.
Hiroki just got track. Alright, man. If you can stay alive and win fights with track, this is the comeback mechanic, boys.
Problem is, it's only a level 1 track. So
level 2.
Sorry, a level 2 track, but it's a level 1 ulti. So he doesn't hold it for very long. Like 3 minutes. Alliance will just back up. They just take towers and they fall back. They take towers, they fall back.
3 minutes is better than 0 minute. Go Kuroki, track up some people.
You know, it's the one person he could track as well in the middle lane, and he was considering it and he didn't do it. It was Loda. Loda was just standing in the front lines. He's just like, well, track me if you want. Enjoy that ability of yours. It's not gonna last. Oh, Funnick!
Funnick?
Oh! Well, it's a spectacular 10-second BKB Doom inside of smoke.
Hey, Toby.
But,
Alliance doesn't know. Alliance doesn't know, right? He doesn't know that he activated a BKB.
That's true.
See?
They're also not going to get a kill on top lane. Tornado, it's too late. This just has to be a forcing of the tier 1 tower on the top lane, but it's trade-off. Tier 1 tower goes down the bottom, and damage will be dealt to the tier 2 tower in the time that Na'Vi will take to push this. And they committed the Mass Serpent Wars to bringing down this tower as well. We're 25 minutes in, and Na'Vi are having to commit so much just to bring down their second tier 1 tower. And fortifications delay them up so long. Na'Vi don't want to use fortification on this tier 2. They need it for if Alliance go high ground. Are they going to use it? Delay him? Oh, they waited for high ground now.
Yep, so everybody should have teleport scrolls at the ready. Yeah, they do. And here comes the push. Now, there is BKB available on Havos, but there's also...
EGM! Double coil! But Puppy was in the Nightmare. That's not the way it's meant to work, but with a Fiend script, they will bring down Puppy, but the core... Wow, big call down. BKB doing serious work for Havos. He stays alive. EGM's forced in the tree line. There's another Rocket Barrage hit, and now Dendi needs some help. Lotus in deep is a double kill for Havos, and Dendi is duking him around as well! The Jaeger Simon will trigger. There's nothing that he can really give this, or can he? He's Cold Snap. He's going to try and use it on Loda, who's getting Rocket Barrage damage. He dark packs it off though, but he's leaped into the corner, down through the tree lines, cutting his path to freedom. Dendi is still here. The track is on a Vorst, so Loda will have the high movement speed to get himself away. But 4 heroes lost for Alliance. I don't think they were ready for that BKB from a Vorst.
They weren't, because the Fiend's grip it went on like, I don't know who it did. Maybe it did not go on Havos. Havos dropped down the call down.
It was on Puppy. It was used on Puppy.
Yeah. So I think hiding that BKB throughout all this time and the ability to pop it and drop all of that damage completely surprised Alliance. We're not going to see that kind of initiation from Alliance again. No. They have to respect the BKB from Havos.
But that's cost them so much. Like,
that's true.
You look at the grants right now. Alliance were pushing a 7.5k experience advantage. This has come back down to be about 4k. Maybe even 3k. It's dropping still. Because with those deaths, Alliance have to back up, they have to find their momentum again, they have to force, they can't force Na'Vi out of the jungle. Like, Puppy's in here farming up as well, praying he could finally maybe even pick up an urn, while Denny is getting his way to a Scythe of Vice. Funnick just keeps that Devour going too. That's a level 17 Doombringer, man, with BKB and 3k gold. The Assault Cuirass will be coming up shortly for him, and he's going to need it too, because Alliance is already starting theirs up. There's a Hyperstone over on the Slark.
Yeah, I mean, let's not forget that Alliance had ages to use that in that push.
And look at him.
They didn't get anything out of it.
Look at him wait. The Fog of War. Admiral Bulldog saw him at the last moment. He saw him through this little angle here.
And he was like, well, there was 4 people waiting for me. Let's back off.
They put the bait down with the sentry.
The longer this game drags out, you have your double minus kicking in, you have your superior carry heroes kicking in. Havos is now finally doing that pushing thing that I was mentioning 20 minutes ago.
Funnick might have trouble here. Are they jumping in? EGM, he's going on Dendi. 9 men to start with now. Funnick's going to come in close too. He's still got this BKB available this time around, and Meg Charge to keep Dendi alive. Tornado will buy some extra space while the Shackles and Wars doing their job. They're going to bring down EGM with a level death, and Loda, he got the jump on Dendi. He actually managed to leash him up. Meanwhile, a little bit further up, we've got Kuro stealing out different abilities, trying to fight around these Mass Serpent Wards. But Loda comes back in to farm up. They've lost 3 heroes at the end of the day. The Gyro, not even involved, but he has 4.3k gold on a Vorst. This turtle lineup of Na'Vi still has a chance, man, because the top 2 net worths belong to Na'Vi.
Yeah, it was a bit of miscommunication for Na'Vi. Because Gyrocopter was not there, the rest of Na'Vi should not be standing in front of their tier 2s. They needed the damage from Havos, and Havos now have to defend for a perilous 20-something seconds, where he gets tracked up.
Oh, the jump in!
He can't die here! He dies, he does a buyback, and...
He doesn't want to use it, though. And if they don't have to, they won't do it. Loda, the Shallow Grave's going to be there, but Tornado up in the air. He's still in range, and then level dead, the bomb! Loda goes down, and they move themselves over towards S4 as well. He tries to get out, but he can't do it. The gem goes on the deck. It's returned to the hands of Na'Vi, and there's 2 cores down for Alliance. Havos didn't have to use his buyback, and that's also the first reveal of the Scythe of Vice. That's the reason why vods was caught flat-footed just then.
You're saying her vote's faded for the team.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say though, but unintentional awesomeness was achieved.
That's correct. I agree to that. I don't know, man. I don't know, Toby.
Oh,
right,
wow. Is really Loda?
What's wrong with that?
Like into the Mjolnir?
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I was just expecting Assault Cuirass, because right now I'm really worried about Alliance's team fight. They're trying to push up towards high ground. Like, I know he's going to farm faster, and obviously he's a nice damage dealer, but if he gets caught out and then he finally finishes... Actually, does he have the Scythe of Vice? No, he doesn't.
no, he's working towards it.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, I think the only way Alliance could push up against the high ground is to pick off somebody, like go for a trait somewhere on the map, and then just rush in. I don't think they could walk up high ground against Mass Serpent Wards, a Call Down, and an EMP Tornado. Their lineup is just not designed to do that.
No.
The last 2 times they tried, remember on the bot lane, they lost 4 heroes,
Yep.
and then the one where he blink Hex Volts on the mid lane by S4, that didn't work out well either. If they just keep banging their head against that high ground, they're going to lose this game. In fact, this is very reminiscent of an Alliance game against Cloud9 in the Dream League, where Alliance in a very similar situation where they try to keep going on high ground and repeatedly jump against that wall, and they just kept losing gold, losing advantage. The Alliance it does not commit to the same mistake.
You see the call out, like Loda, they're trying to do something different. First time ever a Mjolnir gets completed up on a Slark in a competitive Dota 2 game. First time ever. Lotus
I honestly think Mjolnir is actually a great item choice for Slark, simply because in most cases he's not a great split pushing hero. He can only play one way, which is, hey, let's hunt around and go for kills. And, well, I think they're gonna find Puppey.
Yeah, Puppey pounce out. He gets the wards down, so this will allow him to fight if not. If he wants to, with a follow-up Hex, goes into Funnick now. Loda, he pops off the Shadow Dance. S4 actually has to take the brunt of the Rocket Barrage because of this, but Loda, Funnick, and Havors both popping up their BKBs. The first call down hit, it never connected, and the Dream Call, well, okay, Havors left to say where he is, but Funnick won't really care. He keeps tracking down S4. I think he was looking for the Denatus then. He gets the Silence now. Level death is still available here for Funnick, and it's not the bonus damage, so he can't get a kill from this one, and maybe Havors and Funnick are in too deep. Admiral Bulldog and Arcade are still here, but they don't have Loda. They don't have their DPSer, and S4's not there anymore either.
Yeah, they need it back. Well, I mean, not joking here, but Admiral Bulldog is actually their DPSer now as well, with the Dagon 5 and how short of a cooldown that is.
But he can't use it when the BKBs are up.
That's true, that's true.
So the only things he can get is support heroes, and like Puppey died and he got his Mass Open Wards down. Job done.
Yeah, he also killed Kuroki in that team fight. That's what he was focusing on. I don't know, man. I think Traco could only take you so far for Alliance. They need to have some sort of real late game resemblance.
Something that's capable of directly hitting Havors. Like, this has to be a Monkey King bar next on Slark. Like, he has no other choice. Because we're getting Butterfly. Actually, with this last, he's got Butterfly now. That's a full Butterfly now up for Havors. 33 minutes in. They have no direct hitting on him when the BKB's up. The downside for Havors is he's already used 2 of his charges of BKB. And once that's down to 4 seconds, then Admiral Bulldog will have more space to hit him hard.
I'm going to say that out of those 2 charges, one of them was a good charge. One of them was not.
Are you talking about it for Havors or for Funnick?
For Funnick.
Because Funnick's actually burned through 3 of his charges.
Oh, okay, I see.
Roshan's up.
They're going to jump on the mid lane?
Well, at least they get track over on Funnick.
Yep.
But that
looks like
still doesn't equal a kill, though. Like, it just lets them know Funnick's got to stay outside the base. Like, he can't reveal off the rest of Na'Vi's positioning. He knows he's tracked, and Alliance will go in for the pit.
I mean, Funnick says, I don't care. I'm going to just charge in, guys.
Well, he's a Doombringer with 25 armor, mech charge capabilities, and a BKB. With Scorched Earth regeneration. Why should you actually care as Funnick?
Yeah, you just don't care. I just want to say that this particular item build that Funnick has looks like Divine Courage, because, like, who the hell gets a mech AC and a BKB? It's just like...
Funnick, what are you doing, man? He's just standing there, not finished the job. They're waiting for this. RK, telekinesis pick up. And look where EGM is. He's standing up as the one man on the hill. That wasn't the plan. Cooldown's going to kill him off, and Loader jumps in, but the tornado, it pushes him back right now. There's still a sentry wars down. Good dream call, but the BKB's now trigger. A forces a double kill. Dendi forced us up onto the cliff, so he cannot be chased. And Loader, somehow, through all of this, the Doom was saved and waited for him. They're walking through the tree lines. Loader is trying to juke it around. Now he has a rocket on his tail. And it's a triple kill for a vods. It's going to be quickly into the pit, and S4's only chance to keep his team in this right now is an Aegis steal.
He's looking for it. You know he's looking for it.
No, you know he was, but he has no. The problem is he has no vision inside the pit.
You got word for vision. That's all you need, man.
But the second he orbs, he doesn't have an escape mechanism. He can steal it, but he can't keep it.
No, he has to just give it up. Yeah, there's just too many heroes lurking around.
Roshan has fallen to the
Well, Aegis the Immortal now. I didn't think they had to go on a voice just then. This man's got Butterfly. That would have been a little bit better on Dendi. In this.
If you hex him, he loses the evasion, so
that's true.
There's that to consider.
But at the same time, we're seeing Slark being completely ineffective in the fights.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Funding is doing an excellent job of waiting for that death pack, and once it's out, he just dooms him.
Yep. Rockets are coming down to EGM, and the reason why Denny's coming up from the high ground. Rocket's going to connect, and Denny's going to follow up. Call down, cold snap. EGM forced after away, and Nightmare protects him, but Funny triggers up the BKB, and this isn't going to work for him. The weave goes, and S4! 4 on the coil. There's your Dagon jump in. Puppy's already on the sidelines, and the Dark Pack damage onto a vods as well. Kuro is intense. A vods tracked up as well. He'll survive through this one. They move back over to Funny. He can't get out. Fiend's Grip will hold him there. And S4, time and time again, he's caused headaches for Na'Vi with that dream call. And he just did it again. But they're still trying to chase down a vods.
Yeah, he has track, he has vision of it. Havos has a blink, he does not have the hex, he's coming in. Oh, he's gonna miss Dendi. Is he gonna do anything? There's no spells available. Havos still has Aegis. A lot of spells being expended by Alliance already, but they want the high ground. This is not a late game team. This is their chance right now.
They're gonna battle fortification and call down. They can't move up, even with weave up and running. Fortification will buy time. Now, yeah, Doombringer's on the sidelines, but you got EMP Tornado, man. S4, maybe they don't have it. Puppy needs to keep those hexes going. Kuro with Fade Bolt, something. There goes your Tornado. S4 had to phase shift it out. And Kuro will end up stealing that. They can't go high ground, man. You talked about it. I think it was like 20 minutes ago. You said the phrase, Na'Vi doesn't have the rat lineup. They can't rat Dota in this. But their turtle, man, that back is strong of Na'Vi.
Yo, they literally stood behind their tier 4 towers, tier 3 towers. No Doom, 5v4. Normally, you just get overran in that situation. Not even have to throw a single spell aside from Tornado, yet they defended the base. How does Alliance high ground?
Question to be answered, but not by us, because I don't have an answer for you.
I think what Alliance doing right now is doing the correct thing. We'll look at the chat trivia first.
Who are the only 3 heroes to build Dagon more than 100 times in Pro Dota 2 matches since the mid of 2012? Okay, Bounty.
I don't know about that.
No, not Bounty. Actually, yeah, maybe not.
Nyx and Puck, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know who the last one is.
Who else would be crazy enough to buy up? I need to bring my...
Oh, Tinker, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Nyx, Puck, and Tinker.
Has Tinker been played enough?
That's a good point.
That would be the only thing I'd add into it. I'm 100% for the Dagon on him, but I'm just wondering if there's somebody else.
We'll see in a bit.
Yeah. Oh, 100% on the money, man.
Damn.
Points go to Luminous. Here, have a red animation glitch.
Yes. Oh, you've been seeing those as well. I thought it was just me.
That's actually the first one I've seen in this entire game.
I've seen it like multiple times. In middle team fight, get this red giant bulb, and like, this is very distracting.
I actually wonder too why we don't get those kind of things, like the celebration animation for the Radiant side. It's like, oh, the building falls apart. Could we have animation red ball glitches that make it look like they had like the Year of the Horse kind of thing, which had like the fireworks going off and all that kind of jazz. I just want more of a celebration. Like, can I have a Gungan parade?
Double damage.
A parade for what though? Like just for every holiday? Is that what you're?
No, just a parade for winning a game.
Oh, okay.
Like my accomplishment level is just not feeling as great, or you have like different levels of celebration. Like if you win a game in like 20 minutes, there's like gonna be one guy doing a slow clap. You win in like 40 minutes, and then you have like some streamers pop out with like an audience clapping, and then like you win in a game that's over 60 minutes. Like you have streamers, you have fireworks, you have like the whole shebang. There's like a brass band that comes out basically playing "Oh, when the Saints come marching in." Like you have all of this kind of jazz, everything like a street parade.
So what if you win TI4? Like what happens?
If you win TI4, I don't know. Like. That's something for the community to decide on Reddit.
Yeah. I mean, you get the real life celebration, which for what it's worth, TI3 definitely a lot better than TI2. TI2 was Anyways, I think I was supposed to talk about what Alliance was trying to do.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, let's get back to the game.
And then the chat trivia came up, and then I got distracted. Yeah, I thought when I saw EGM get the ultimate orb as well as a voice stone, I was like, all right, he's doing the right thing. I think he should go Hex. But for what it's worth, the only way to really cancel his Fiend's Grip onto Havos is a single target stun coming out from one of the many Navi members. So this is a way to protect himself, but I'm not sure whether this is the best way. I think maybe BKB would have been a little bit more effective. So I think he should either be going Hex or BKB, and I'm surprised that he's going for Lincoln's Fair instead. Or he's probably going to Lincoln's to put on S4.
I think it's just trying to protect himself from the Doom, and that's all. But
the thing is, like, Hex would cancel it, Shaco would cancel it, a lot of stuff would cancel it.
Yeah. But they're doing it doubly over, like with double Lincolns.
Yeah.
Maybe the goal is, oh, your Lincolns is gone, I'll throw another one on you. So whoever is diving in is protected doubly.
Wait, I think Alliance is going for 5 Lincolns. Holy shit.
Like, they can't do all... Wait, really? Yeah, because EGM's almost there.
And Loda's almost there. Puck's got one.
I'm still not feeling the magic, man, because you're going to go Lincolns. And I just want to point out what Havors just did. Wait, what? What is going on here? What is going on here? Havors will now go for Lincolns.
That's for the Hex.
Yeah.
And the Fiend's Grip.
Yeah, his though is so much better because the Lincoln Sphere triggers BKB straight after, which means your jump and initiation on a Vorst is toast. And if you're going to expend more abilities on a Vorst, they want that. There's a harder Doombringer sitting behind the lines. Funnick is going to walk in there with AC and Heart. He's got 3.5k life points on this Doombringer. I actually don't think Lincoln Spheres all coming out from Alliance, they don't have enough damage to kill off Funnick.
They don't, unless he's being completely focused by 5.
But if they're doing that, then Havors has space, then Dendi has space, and the supports can do their work.
I mean, in that last team fight, the mid lane, remember, where like Navi was on retreat? That was the only instances where Alliance could win a fight where Funny gets, you know, completely ganged up as 5, and then the rest of the team keep chasing. But you're right, in a like a normal 5v5 team fight, Navi's have them beat in terms of item. Yeah. But basically, Alliance needs to win by taking a non-normal 5v5 team fight, you know, where the fight is so scattered. You have one hero there, one hero there.
Well,
that's the only fight that Alliance can win.
They're at least doing a good job of that. I don't know if you've been watching it too. Puck has just been, time and time again, it's all been rifting, pushing mid. And then Loda basically scutters himself between north and south, trying to keep these lanes pressured out as well. And Admiral Bulldog, in the meantime, is waiting for like the right opportunity to fight. He finished up with Vladimir's offering, so all they really want to do is just find a kill and push high ground. That's their goal right now. But one kill is not enough. If they don't kill off a Vorst or Dendi, then I kind of feel like it's pointless. And like Funnick isn't a great like defender. That's why I say a Vorst and Dendi. But even Koro and Puppy, between Shock and Fade Bolt, they can destroy a creep wave in an instant.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how big the wave is either, because the Shock's going to hit everything, and the Fade Bolt will do the same thing.
As the game goes later and later, you gotta look at who's got buyback as well, right? So right now, Jarl's got the buyback, Rubik's got the buyback. So even if you kill him, it's like, yeah, you know, it sucks.
We have our smokeouts from both teams, and I was actually right about how they're going to use the Lincolns. They put it on Loda. Yeah. So Loda is doubly protected. What they're not going to be aware of is, though, Na'Vi have managed to move all through the bottom lane, searching the jungle, and now Alliance move up towards the top lane, and Loda's probably going to break his smoke right now and attack on the wave. And,
This will be so sick.
Oh, they're going to. Gang doesn't work, so they go in for Roshan. Na'Vi have to be so quick about this. The pings just came out.
Do they know?
I think they know.
Coming in, he wants to track one up. Is there gem available on the Radiant? And
There's the orb. The orb's bouncing out, and Avos has used Rocket Barrage too. He gets a rocket off quickly on Admiral Bullock, and he triggers the BKB. They want to ensure they can bring down the Aegis, and they got it. The Aegis is on Gyro. He's already used the BKB, and Loda in the middle of this fight. The EMP bonus not making it easy for Alliance to get in there, but the orb is doing its work. The call down will also connect. Loda's shallow grave keeps him up just long enough. He's going to bounce away. He's alive. He survives through this one, and Na'Vi have lost basically the whole kit and caboodle. Kuro is teeping himself out to safety, somehow surviving, but Avos may not be so lucky. Lincoln's Fear's triggered, BKB's on cooldown, Doom has to buy back right now. Avos, he's running, he's tracked, Loda trying to keep up, neck from Funnick, he needs to follow up with a little bit more. He had used level death to break off the Lincoln Sphere, but there's just too much immunity, and now Kuro will also go down, Puck in the middle of the fight. Funnick's going to try and turn a fight too. The gems are on the deck. Okay, now Loda will pick it up. They can push high ground. Buyback came out, they jump in deep. Now Lincoln Sphere will trigger again. BKB still on cooldown for a force for another 8 seconds or so. And he does have cooldown. So he might be able to force Alliance out here. And yep, there goes your cooldown. But they pounce in, they got a force Hex up and Dagon. This could be the break. And this may actually be the breaking of the mid-ranks. I don't know if it will be a full GG call yet though. But Na'Vi are not in a good position. If they lose Funnick here, you may as well call it, but look at even the bottom lane creep wave. A quick rotation is going to be very simple for him.
Well, everybody's coming back alive right now. Dendi is alive. Kuro is alive. Do they have enough to actually defend this? Here comes Loda. He's just doing such a good job pushing everybody back. Funnick, he can't really go in right now, but Doom is back in 12 seconds. War Trap goes on Funnick. Wrong person, my friend. Puppy's gonna go down as we saw Funnick throwing down deeps. He still has a mech. Can he use the mech? No, he goes out before the mech. Then holds him. Run down slow. We're gonna go to game 5.
Hell yeah, man! That dream call at the end, it bought so much time for Loda just to bounce around them. War Trap or not, that is now